Yo, what's good? This is Rakim Ali, and today's date is February 20th, 2026. So basically, what this video is just proof of progress. Back in 2022, I made something a little similar. I'm basically just talking about what's going on in my life and what I want my future to look like. And now, what I'm gonna do is explain what's been going on since then and just talk about what I've learned in between. So, the end of 2022 is pretty good. Like, I'm doing shows, putting out music, I'm still working at the mall. Life is good. 2023 was a very interesting year. I started off the year in the hospital. This is like 2 weeks before my birthday. I'm in there for like a week. And it's funny because the doctor was like, had you not went to the ER, like there's a chance that you would have died. So I'm pretty sure you can imagine what type of thoughts are going through my head. Like I get out the hospital and now I'm just like, I'm getting to it. Like I'm at a point where I'm just like, I don't even want to play no more games with this life shit anymore. I'm putting out music every month, singles, music videos, EPs, beat tapes, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? Around August, like mid-August, I stopped working at the mall, and now I feel like I'm at a transitional period in life. Because I didn't want to do no more retail. I'm like, bro, I'm done with this shit. Like, I don't want to do it no more. And I didn't want a job that I knew I wasn't going to get paid well at or that I wasn't going to enjoy. That wasn't going to be like mentally or spiritually healthy for me. You know what I mean? So I ended up hearing about this florist that needed people to deliver flowers. So I did that for a little bit. I DJ'd at a gentleman's club for a little bit. So that was wild. Did Instacart. Like I was just on some big freelance shit. Like it was a lot. But I enjoyed it because I was telling myself like if I can get through this, then I don't have anything to worry about. You know what I mean? Like I looked at it as a test of will. And then over the summer, I'm doing that. I'm in the city doing like pop-ups, photo shoots, music videos, stuff like that. After the summer, like once school is starting back up, I'm doing school photography. So now I'm like waking up at these crazy ass hours, um, putting equipment in my car, driving an hour and a half to these random ass schools just to be there an hour early, taking the equipment out my car, setting up the equipment, and then I'm taking pictures of hundreds of students, breaking the equipment back down, putting it back into the bag, bringing it back to my car, and driving all the way back home just to do it again. So I'm doing this for some months now. Hold on, I'm on the phone with yo. So yeah, I'm doing the school photography shit for a little bit. And in between that, I'm just like working on some music and whatnot. So around the fall, I hit up one of my a very good friend of mine who's done some work on my last album, and I'm basically just like, yo, like I'm putting some shit together. Like I want to do the next album here. What's the word? So we putting bits and pieces together. And then I hit him up one night. I'm like, yo, like I got a show tomorrow night. Once I'm done with the show, I'm gonna send you the bread and we gonna get to it. You know what I mean? So that night comes up, I'm doing sound check and stuff like that. And then just in between, I'm just checking my phone. And to make a long story short, I end up finding out that my friend passed away. So I got a lot of stuff going on in my mind. Like I had to go back home to just like, you know what I mean? Just went back to the show, did the show, and now I'm just like trying to figure out what's next. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want to go to nobody else. I didn't even want to like make that album. Like the idea that I had for that specific album, I scrapped it and was just like, I got to do something else. So I'm like, if I don't want to go to nobody, then my only option is to learn how to get better at mixing and mastering. Because for the most part, like I was mixing and mastering a lot of my own shit, but it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. So I'm watching videos, I'm reading books, I'm reading articles, I'm doing a little bit of everything. And long story short, I end up finishing the album, which is now God's favorite rapper. And then December, I did the deluxe, and I end 2023 on a good note. So that was a good year. Fast forward to 2024, I'm doing like some freestyle videos and stuff like that. Ended up doing an Under Armour ad on some random shit. Like I made the script for it, I made the beat for it, the whole thing is like centered around me. So that was like, even like to this day, like I still can't believe that that's a real thing. Shout out my boy Riley, shout out Jordan, shout out everybody who was a part of that. So that was cool. Just to fast forward to 2023, back to the school photography thing. I'm doing that for a little bit, and as I'm traveling to all of these schools, I'm noticing that I'm not seeing a lot of black staff members, but I'm also not seeing a lot of black male staff. So it's just something that I'm taking mental notes of, and I'm taking note of how the kids are interacting with me. And I'm basically just like, maybe working at a school wouldn't be that bad. So fast forward back to February of 2024, I end up becoming a TA at a school that was across the street from St. Rose, where I went to college at, which was mad weird. So now I'm not delivering flowers. I'm not doing school photography. I'm a TA at this point. Performed at SOBs in February, which is mad dope. Met mad people there who I'm still good friends with and who I still work with to this day. So that's cool. Did a Reebok ad in the spring. So, spring is going very well. Summertime went very well. Putting up a bunch of posters in the city, and I got a lot of comments on the posters that I was putting up. So that was fun. So by the end of summer school, I get a call from one of my friends, and he's basically like, yo, like, how would you feel about teaching music? And I'm just like, fuck it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's do it. So from February to like September, I was a TA. And then in September, I'm teaching. Shit is just happening. You know what I mean? So the album comes out October 19th, and it's going crazy. I've never seen any of my albums or songs have like this reaction to it. So things are going up. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't ever a time where I felt like I was going down. Everything was like going upwards. You know what I mean? So yeah, like the album is buzzing, and I'm ending the year on a very strong note. So that's 2024. I feel like that year was where I'm like, I'm beginning to prove myself a little bit more with not only life but just like music in general. So 2024 was a solid year. So now we are going to fast forward into last year. I'm dropping more videos, dropping good stuff. Teaching is going well. I'm like coaching basketball. I had a little after school program for a little bit. Doing more shows in the city. And now at this point, I feel like I'm making more of a name for myself in the city. So I'm doing that. Went to NYU, did a little interview, freestyle there. Took the train to Brooklyn, did another freestyle there. Shout out Only Vibes. Opened up for Master Killer, opened up for Cool Keith. Headlined my first show in Philly in the spring. Opened up for Lupe Fiasco on Juneteenth. Like, it's a whole bunch of shit going on like at once, and it's just like it just keeps coming and coming. And then in the summer, I got summer vacation. I'm getting paid because I'm a teacher, so the bread is coming in nice. So now I'm just in the city for the majority of the summer, and I like when I tell you that I had such a fun time. Like, there was just a whole bunch of shit going on. Like, I'm going to these shows, I'm going to these events, like I'm meeting a bunch of people. And after the summer, I'm like, I gotta move. Like, if I can have a week where I'm getting into all of this stuff down here, I can only imagine what it's like if I move and I'm down here for an extended period of time. And it's like, I don't have to go back upstate. Like, I'm here every day. So now this is where I feel like I'm at another transitional period in my life, because now I'm like, okay, like I know what my next step is, and that is to move. So from August until January, that's kind of where my head is at. Like, I'm focused on moving. End of the year went well, end of the year is good. And now, as of January of 2026, I ended up getting an offer from a job down here to teach teach at an after school program. So I took the job. I was fortunate enough to move down to the city with a very good friend of mine. So as you can see, I'm not in the same room that I recorded that 2022 video in. I'm currently in New York City. So that's basically what's been going on. And now I'm kind of I just want to explain the things that I've been learning since then. One important thing that I've learned is that when you're dealing with discomfort, you have the luxury of choice. You can choose between pulling back into your old habits, or you can embrace it and step out of your comfort zone. And whatever action you choose will come with that aligned consequence. So if you want to pull back into your old habits, expect your life to be the same as before. If you step out of your comfort zone and you embrace this experience and you do something new, you are going to receive something new. And that's universal. Like that's never going to change. When things don't go the way you want them to, you shouldn't see it as a bad thing happening. You should see it as a chance for you to become more self-aware. That way you can fix what needs to be changed. Like when I stopped working at the mall, yes, I could have saw it as something bad happening, and I could have did woe is me, why me, why do I deserve this? My life is always like this, blah 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 blah. But instead, I'm just like, bro, like now I have a chance to just do some new shit. Like I have a chance to just switch up my swag and basically just figure out what I really want to do in life. Like I'm 23 at that point. I'm gonna be turning 26 in 6 days. Like when this video comes out, I will be 26. So, like it's getting to a point where I'm like, I don't want to play no more games, man, because I know what it leads to, and I don't want that for my life anymore. You know what I'm saying? And none of this stuff is stuff that I'm making up. Like there's a whole bunch of videos and a whole bunch of books that you can read or watch that is going to explain the same thing. Shout out Brian Withers, shout out Condens Club, shout out Daniel Barada. Like this is something that you got to take serious if you want to do it. Like these are notes that I'm taking. You know what I mean? Like notes. And then I'm reading books. I'm like underlining a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, but none of that matters if you are not being intentional and applying the knowledge to your real life. These notes are cool, they cute, they colorful, but it's like if I'm not putting that into my real life, what good is it doing for me? You know what I'm saying? Like life is going to have ups and downs. We know that because we've dealt with that before. No one's life is perfect. We know that because we've dealt with experiences that have shown us that. Like I remember having no money. I remember being overdrafted. I remember doing Instacart to pay my phone bill. I remember having to sell shoes to get my car fixed. That way I can be able to drive from point A to point B. I remember my car breaking down in the middle of me delivering flowers and I had to drive back home because my shit wouldn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, but what are you going to let those situations do to you? Are you going to let it motivate you, or are you going to let it stop you from getting to where you got to go in life? And then it's like, even with moving to the city is something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. I've had so many conversations about it. I've had so many ideas on how I thought it was going to happen, and it didn't happen, like not even remotely close to any idea that I had in my head. But I'm here. I'm here and I'm getting to it, and I've only been here living here for fucking 2 weeks. So don't worry about when. Don't worry about how. Just know that it is going to happen because you trust and believe that it is going to happen. You trust and believe that you have the ability to make that happen. Same thing with being a teacher. I told myself I wanted to be a teacher one day, and now I'm doing it. I told myself I wanted to have this job, that job, and I did it. I told myself I wanted to do this. I wanted to meet this person. I wanted to meet that person, and I did it. You can't worry about that. That's none of your business. It's not. It's not your business until it happens in real time. Don't stress about the future, because you stressing about the future is going to mess up your present. Don't think about the past, because you stressing about the past is only going to mess up your present. Live in the present moment while you are preparing for the future. Don't live in the future. You're not there. You're here. So be here. You know what I mean? That's all. Like I'm not gonna overcomplicate that. But it's day by day. Take it day by day. Put a smile on your face. Like stand up straight, sit up straight. Like take care of yourself. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, then What do you expect to what else do you expect to take care of if you can't take care of yourself? If you can't do the simple things in life, how do you expect to have these fucking big grand experiences if you can't even handle the little shit like a bill or traffic or like anything else in between? Like, it doesn't matter the situation, big or small. It is a contrasting situation. That is it. Nothing else. Like, shit happens and I literally just laugh. Like, I remember I was driving to work one day and I broke my side view mirror. I literally just started laughing because I'm just like, of course this would happen. But it's like, I can be mad that that happened. I can be mad that I have to spend money, or I can be grateful for the fact that I have the ability to spend money without having to look at my bank account and having to worry about what the next few days are going to be like until I get paid. Because there was a time where that wasn't the case. Like, there, so be if you're compare yourself to where you are at. I'm pretty sure you've made some type of progress. Whatever progress it is, whether it's big or small, let that be enough to motivate you to do what you want to do in life. Let the fact that you are still here motivate you to do what you want in life. Let the fact that you are watching this video motivate you to do what you want in life. Or you can continue to do what you are doing and you're just gonna keep having those consequences, and ain't nobody gonna be stressed out but you. Ain't nobody gonna be bitter about your life but you. So if that's what you want to do, then that's fine. But just understand that you will not have anybody else to blame but yourself. That's it. Make friends, man. Meet people, greet people, give compliments, raise your vibration. Like, stop putting yourself in this fucking shell because you know it doesn't do anything for you. Take yourself out the cage. Your wings need to move, and they cannot move in a cage. When are you going to fly? There's been a lot of points in my life where I could have given up easily. I could have done something else easily. But I think about to the person that I was at, preteen, teenager, even college. And I always look at the person that I see myself being, and I know that I'm getting closer and close. Like, I feel like I'm there now. And now everything that's been happening is just a result of me not giving up and like just truly being who I am. So that's all I got to say about that. If you got stuff you want to do in life, just do it. Don't overthink it. Don't think about what can go wrong. Just understand that it is always going to work out for you no matter what happens. In the end, it is always going to work out. I know where my life is going to get me. I know what life has been like, and I'm not at that point no more because I've allowed myself to grow. I've allowed myself to change. I've been making music since I was 12 years old. I started with a fucking laptop and a USB mic from a Wii karaoke game. And I turned it into what I have now. And I would say that I've made a very good footprint in what I'm doing. But that's just me. Am I a Grammy winning artist right now? No. But I'm on the path. I'm further than I've ever been. So I can look at it that way, or I can look at it as, oh, I've been doing this for mad long. I still don't have no Grammy. I might as well give up. But it's just like, that's not how I'm allowing myself to think. Like I said before, you have the luxury of choice. I don't care what you're going through. You always have the choice to do something different. So allow yourself to do something different. Let life get silly for a little bit. I could have got another job at the mall, but I didn't want to, so I didn't. I wanted to teach. Like, me being a teacher was just such a random thought in my head, and now I'm like almost been teaching for 3 years, and it's the best job that I've ever had in my life. Like, and it's like I get a chance to create a lot of full circle moments. I've had a lot of teachers where I feel like they've helped me become who I am today, and the point of me being a teacher was to do that for kids that looked like me. And I would say that I've done a very good job doing that, and the universe has rewarded me very well for doing that. So, it's about feeling good. It's about having good character. It's about being a good person because that is going to get you further in life than your skill ever will. I promise you. Because there's been a lot of times where I've earned certain things in life, not just because of my skill, but who I was as a person. Some goals that I have for this year, I definitely want to travel out the country. I want to do a lot more shows in the States. I want to do shows out the country. I want some producer placements this year. I feel like I make some good music, and it's not just rapping over here, man. I got some crazy beats, so I definitely want to give out some more beats to people. I want some big features, man. Like I want this thing to grow, because progress is being made. In the video in 2022, I said I was under 500 monthly listeners on Spotify. This is today. Where is it at? As of today, I'm at. Let me get some focus on that. Almost 80K. I think my peak was at like 83 at some point, and I haven't been under. I don't think I've been under like 70 since last spring, maybe. So you just got to let things happen. Don't worry about when. Don't fucking try to keep score because that's not going to do nothing but mess your game plan up. Follow the playbook because if you don't follow the playbook, you're going to lose the game. And you can't be mad at nobody but yourself. One step at a time. You can't jump from level 1 to level 10. It don't work like that, bro. You gotta get to because there's lessons in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 that you got, and that way when you get to 10, you can stay there and then improve. Because you don't want to get all the way back up there and then have to come back down. No bueno. It's not good. Like it's not good. So when you wake up, ask yourself like, what are you gonna do today to make myself better? What am I gonna do today to make myself feel good? That's basically it. Like I'm not gonna over explain this. Maybe I'll do another video in another 4 years. I'll be fucking 30. Um but nah, yeah, that's basically it, man. Like worry about making yourself happy, man. You might be the villain in some people's eyes, but as long as you are continuing to have good character traits and you are doing things day to day as far as being intentional and meeting your goals, you shouldn't have nothing to worry about. Shit is gonna happen. You're gonna have bills. You're gonna have contrasting experiences. Stuff is gonna happen that you're not gonna like. But so, what are you gonna let that do? How big are you going to let that problem be? So, just live life. Like I said before, let your life get silly, man. Like we take this shit too serious. And what good is it doing for us? You know what you're doing and what you're thinking about isn't doing any good for you. So just work on making yourself stop. This isn't something that you can just wake up tomorrow and everything is all over. No, it's an everyday thing. Like you gotta do this every single day, at least until it becomes natural. It's not gonna be natural in a day. Because if you're not doing anything to make you get better, how do you expect to be better? How do you expect to reach those goals that you have in life if you're literally not doing anything to meet that goal? What sense does that make? So, I'm gonna cut it there. Um, until next time, man. This is Rakim Ali. I'm signing out. I got an album coming out soon, man. I got some good music coming out soon with some very good people. If you see me in the city, say what's up. By the time this comes out, it'll be my birthday, so I'm gonna give myself a happy early birthday to me. If your birthday is also on February 26th, happy birthday to you as well. That's it, man. What are you gonna do with your life? Figure it out.